everyone, and welcome back. Today we got a interesting type of video for you. We're going to be playing the best decks that we can, and we're going to try to climb to Mythic as fast as we can. We're going to call it a speed run, but obviously that's pretty hard to do in Magic because that depends on your matchups, how fast it goes, and all that said and done. So if we play a lot of control, obviously the timer's going to go fast, and if we just beat up on a lot of aggro decks. But this is going to be a series in which I play a lot of the good decks, at least in the beginning, and maybe we get there. And then we'll be allowed to brew whenever the Final Fantasy comes out, if I do hit Mythic in a timely period. So with that said, that is the goal of today's video. To start the speedrun, it's going to be in several parts because I don't have time to record for 12 hours to get there, or however long it would technically take, as this video is 30 minutes long, and we do pretty well in it. So it's just going to take time that I don't necessarily have to sit down and do in one sitting. So hopefully that is fine. And there might be some amount of grinding off stream, or off recording, but I'll keep track of the timer and make sure that it's appropriate timed, or if I need to do it live for people. But today we are playing Mono Black. This is the list I've been kind of on. Only real change I made is I dropped an Archfiend for a Speed Demon, just for some of the grindier matchups when life total is not that big of a deal for us. If we have an Unholy Annex in play, we get to play Speed Demon, we lose life, we gain life, and then we're drawing a ton of cards, and Speed Demon's really good at that. So I definitely kind of want it in there for that. And then Archfiend has at times caused some frustration with me myself because of the kind of counters on it. So I trimmed it down to 1 because it is a very good card, but Speed Demon's kind of fitting the role over it for right now. Other than that, we are on a pretty standard list of what I've been playing, where 4 Duresses, 4 Deep Cavern Bats, the cut downs, the Sheoldred's Edicts. I played Momentum here, and I didn't necessarily like it because as soon as I did that, I went against the opponent's Liliana, was unable to remove it, so I went back to Edicts immediately, just because, you know, that's how Arena is. We cut the card because we haven't seen Planeswalkers, immediately run into Planeswalkers. Just damn if you do, damn if you don't, you know what I mean? So with all that said and done, we have the Go for the Throats, the Anoints, and of course the Unholy Annex with the Unstoppable Slasher Bloodletter combo, and 2 Lilies to kind of be a menace, and 2 Soulstone Sanctuaries to top it all off. But if you didn't see it quite right away, because it does blend in a bit outside of my done button down here, but the timer is in the bottom right corner, as you see, and it'll be running throughout the matches. If you kind of want to see where we're at, I guess I could put the record down there too, but that kind of, then I have to do the record and all that, and I've already reset the timer by mistake after that would have said the time that we had currently saved, but I have it written down in my notes. And with this is going to be my first time doing something like this, so if you have any advice and any ideas to maybe make it a little bit better, make it a bit easier to track and follow, please let me know, and I will try to accommodate that the best way I can. But with that said, let's dive into the games. Oh, pretty decent hand. Maybe not anything to really flaunt over, but a decent hand overall. They mulligan as well. We know the rules typically means it's aggro, but could be Omniscience combo here, or maybe our opponent looking for something to actually interact. Esper Pixie, okay. Here, I understand we have a 4-mana card, but definitely think getting rid of the land makes most sense here. Cut down is fine. Oh, I'm on a speedrunner, dude. Come on now. Nowhere to run's good, but I can force him to use it. Or just take their, or just take their Pixie. Then they do all that, and then I can still take it, right? So idealistically, they go Pixie, pick this up, replay it, and then we can Deep Cavern Bat them again, even if I want. I guess I just go Unholy Annex. And they also exhaust the Momentum, so that means Bloodletter does survive. I always want to call it Bloodthirsty. I don't know why. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going Unholy Annex here. Feels like as good a spot as any to get it down. We rip another land here, which unfortunately we discarded one because I felt like we had to. We also have cut down into Deep Cavern Bat and force them to use this. Only fear is this into Kaito. Fear, okay. Making us discard here is fine. What did I get rid of? Deep Cavern Bat. Cut down's too good. Sure. Land's huge. We could go Bloodletter here, or I can go for a setup. Although Bloodletter is just nice to gain life, but then this is always open, so I guess I'm going Deep Cavern Bat. Take, and then just hold cut down. Yeah, so I don't really think... Okay, now I feel a lot better about getting a Bloodletter down. So the thing is, even if they answer this, we understand that Bloodletter is going to survive. Hopeless is fine. I guess I'll let Bloodletter go, one of them, especially now that they're empty-handed. And we'll look to pick up the Fear, because it has bigger toughness. If they want to attack, then we can attack, gain a life, play this Bloodletter, gain more life. And we should have this game isolated enough that we win here. Good. Most likely they're going to go to pop this on their instep. They don't even attack. It's a pretty good play from them. Now I don't even want a Bloodletter. Now I just want to make the... I just want to make this token. I think that's where I'm at. Really? I can't remember if they play this town ain't big enough in this or not. Yeah, and there's the crack that we thought they would do. I'll leave on top is kind of horrifying. Double bottom is like great. Obviously no attack here. Another land I'm not even opposed to because that gives me a good discard. And obviously we hope our opponent looks to hit a discard effect here. Like Hopeless Nightmare, we're just fist pumping. Another momentum's not great, but like I said, we get that. We move on. Oh boy. What disruption we have. Okay. Press. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It like all matters, but it doesn't. This actually does. Sure. Like, sure, they answer my Deep Cavern Bat, but that doesn't answer Lily, right? Gildr's Edict does. Here, now they have cut down, so like I could barrel the Deep Cavern Bat to it, but double cut down, we'll just take the big spell, leave them with cut down, Deep Cavern Bat, kind of a dead card right now. They're most likely going to play land, play Deep Cavern Bat themselves, take our Liliana, Rogue Passage being kind of annoying here. I meant to just try this out in public play test games and not really put it in my main, but someone recommended that they use it to hit, like, get the slasher to get through, which is always nice. Now the thing is, like, Deep Cavern Bat obviously has all dead takes. There's a cut down for us. I'll just pass here. Wish we would have drew a swamp, but cut down's okay. Sure. Right, Toe? Wouldn't that be crazy? I know. We do resolve a Lily, we're going to be pretty pumped because that means there's a chance that we just discard our Deep Cavern Bat. We just don't care. Okay, or draw another Lily and do nothing. Sure. I'd rather not even play it. I'd rather just have it for the Lily. This is absolutely frustrating. They just give up. What? Why? Alright, whatever, dude. Wait. Rogue Passage was punishing me. I will fully take that dub. Alright. Here we are. Hold on, I gotta be speed racing. There's a timer, dude. Ooh, tough. Problems? What is this? When this creature attack, you may pay red if you do. Or creature can't block. Interesting. Alright. So now we have a choice. Do we start ripping their hand apart and then go the removal route? And I kind of like it. A cut down would be awesome. Because that means we can go Deep Cavern Bat into Deep Cavern Bat cut down. But just unsure that we'll get that. Our opponent. Want to pay the red? Want to pay the red? If it's like a pump version of the deck and they're just using this to like get through on combat, a creature I didn't even know existed, then I will just go other routes. Okay. Well, if I know anything about Magic the Gathering, I have to kill this. This isn't a mouse, so thing here has to die. Sure. Yeah. We'll just take this one until like the end of time. They commit a spell. I hope so. Always makes us happier. They don't, unfortunately. Get rid of this. Again, we're at the point of like cut down would be sick. Just so we can deep cavern bat and then cut down this 1/1, taking away anything it's of value. Oh, okay. Are they fling? I mean, taking 4 instead of a lot more. Honestly, I feel like I'm just deep cavern batting out now. With 3 of them, like we're just going to take this card, we're going to take another card. Maybe they have burst lightning or something here. Huh, okay. Yes, sir. My apologies. Hi, buddy. Come on. Hold on strong, big dog. How burst lightning didn't get invested, I have no idea. Need a land bad. We need a land very bad. Any untapped land will do. They're just... Oh, well, we can't, because we have to get rid of this, right? I mean, the rest kind of did it for us, right? I think I want to... It's like weird because I kind of want to leave Lightning Strike because it takes way more mana for them to use. Right? And Deep Cavern Bats have 1 toughness, so either works on it. So, sure. The other thing is like, I don't want to get this Annex down. I'd much rather just find a land, play Bloodletter, and then play Annex or something. Invest here, so... It seems like a good time to do it. If there was ever a time, Lily. Alright, we also just need our opponent to rip a land. We're 12 cards deep. I feel like we're deserving of them ripping a land. They exiled a cut. We exiled one and they exiled another earlier with no, yeah. Sure. I just died. I died of lightning. I died of so much. If they attack Lily, we obviously know we're alive, but sure.
This isn't how things were supposed to go.
Here. The land. They finally hit the land. It's dead. I guess with 1 card, like how does cut down not work, right? I just blocked a Swift Spear. And then they maybe try to Monstrous Rage over. You know the use. You know the use. We get him. I almost just barreled that too, which is crazy. At 5 with burn spells in our deck, I feel like we're safe enough to stay around for a turn or 2. But I get it. I get it. I get it. Good. Annoying. Way earlier, so I'll take it. I understand this. I understand how good this card is. I just think not letting them draw 2 and get a free discard seems good. All right. I mean, if we ripe a land, like a fruit when it's ripe. We rip a land, which we rip another duress, which is like okay, I guess. We play Slasher. If they tap out, we just get to play a Bloodletter and hit them and win. If we rip a land, of course. If not, we do have duress double cut down for any time they bring back Omniscience. So, interaction. Ooh, they leave up 1 mana. Okay. Omniscience doesn't go in the graveyard. We have options, I guess. We ripped the land. A little part of me just wants to duress them, but I could also just go for lethal, right? Yeah, sure. Alright, sweet. Alright, cool. Yeah, just duress them, play Slasher, kill them with Bloodletter. Very good. Very cool. Alright, we go first here. I will gamble in this hand. We seem to rip a land, as we know. Annoying? Really annoying. No real way to answer Corey Steelcutter, so we have to take it. Pierce can't really take care of this. They can, obviously, this town make me pick that up, I guess. And before they get Spell Pierce, we're going to answer this. If they tap out for Quarry Steel, that's when we'll establish the annex. We know how the rest works. We take the card, they draw the card. All right, they're holding Spell Pierce. Sweet. I can go for Deep Cavern Bat, which is like a weird card to make them not want to take, right? You can always bounce it, which is always an option. I feel like it sets them back a little bit. Sure. Information. Into the Flood Maw. Alright, sweet. The thing about Deep Cavern Bat is it just gets to get in there again, right? So it's like you have to have a good enough turn to support doing that. Line's a bit tough. Force him to use Spell Pierce, but here's a Deep Cavern Bat. Does this resolve? This is why we want to be hitting lands. I think the lands not being hit is going to cost us pretty bad, because now how good is it if I got to play a land and then Deep Cavern Bat to match that? They get rewarded for it into the Flood Mauling there because we don't have a land. Play 25, significantly more than they do on their 21, but yeah, it is what it is. Now, if they buy this town back, we can always take it from them. They do, which is interesting. They also go shield down on the Spell Pierce, which is interesting. It's like, do I take the creature? Like, do I take the annex draw and try to go that route? Their hand's not that great, realistically. Yeah, so I'm just going to go for this. We'll pop this since that's a great draw. Then we can, like, try to get a Speed Demon down if they tap out again, if we rip another land. Because then we'll get a draw and we'll get another draw. Sure. Now they'll go for a Spell Pierce. And if I rip a land, I could also go Slash or Deep Cavern Bat here. Ew. Here. This is why I was like, not tilted, but like definitely begging for the other thing. Just bounce here. Force Lightning, okay. They've had the 1 mana spell every time we've had that, but they haven't had anything incredible yet. I like how it tells us what this mana cost is if it's in their hand. Quite funny. They finally found the answer for Deep Cavern Bat, which sucks, because that means like Storm Chaser's talent and the bounce is just going to be good over and over again. Or just really annoying in general. Yeah. Now they have Spell Pierce up, but I can always play Annex through it now. No. Punt, I guess. Alright, we win. Sure. It's like, okay. Seems good to me. Alright. I feel like attacking for 1 with half your life total on the line there is not a great play, but we'll take it. I have questions. Are you gonna hurt my feelings? I think you are. Okay. Here's this. You can always helix this. I'll allow it. I just want to know if they're Jeskai or just Boros. They are Jeskai. No blue mana. Okay. Listen, I get it. I'm not sure I'm a big sold on the rip something? Get lost maybe? I'm not sure I'm sold on to keep the hands with no blue mana. And not even necessarily no blue mana. Like, I'm just not sold that. Okay. Combat. You like to lose half your life total. I can't imagine so. Sure. This matchup's going to matter a lot about cards, and maybe they have a get lost, but I'm going for Annex here. Sure. Okay. Yeah, I want to cut down my own creature. Thank you, Arena. That's what I want. Nice blue mana. Flawless. Honestly, kind of surprised he didn't go for popping that. Here, I guess. I guess they get to start activating this, which is tough. Shiko day. I guess it's just day, right? Go ahead. I was just surprised they took the turn off to activate Corey. That's brutal. It's online, but that's kind of brutal. Because now they can just go right into Shiko. I can't really do anything about it. My cards suck. But it's like, are you Shiko popping my slasher while you can? Or what are we doing here? You know what I mean? This is like doing the day of judgment doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Yeah. I think this is just hitting the slasher. Yeah. Could have cut down it to take away the life gain, especially considering how kind of deep it is right now. There's a land. A Liliana would be huge to find here at some point. But why we can get cards to resolve, I'm going to do this. They'll just have to figure this part out. Go for the throat's huge. Obviously, we have a block that's good. They can Shiko and Helix again if they'd like. But I will block. I'll throw a block at this. If I could throw a block here and that results in them playing Shiko and Lightning Helix this, great. Fairy Lockdown obviously doesn't do much. No blue mana available again. No activation here. Duress is available. Let's duress them. No counter magic. Which one is that? The one that draws me? Sure. Okay. Awesome. I have a get lost to get my thing down. I'll see if they just block, I guess. Let's do this. See if we hit a land. Good deal. Sweet. Play here. Card has to actually stay, which is whack. Here's 7. Sweet. I'll give you the option. Because now you have to decide whether you want to get lost my 7-3 or my 7-7. Not a 7-3 permanently, obviously. A day off the top would be sick for them. That will also do it. Bounce and then bounce. Pretty good drip. Drip, rip. Now I can just make the thing again and then dress this away. And a Lily would just be so sick in a spot like this. I almost don't even want to play this. I kind of want to play this. And then I want to, like, duress away their card draw to limit their options. If I do this and I go for the throat, this also pretty sick. Because then it just progresses my chances of winning, I guess. You take 2, attack, 22. It's like, this isn't super positive. It's positive when you play a Regent, right? They don't even go for, like, to get lost. Even a temp lockdown would be fine. Oh, free. Temper lockdown would have gave this back. Could always get rid of it later. The rest is available. Now their game plan might be to answer this. They can play Shiko. They can get lost my Archfiend, which then I can know where to run and cut down. And then Unholy Annex. I can do all the goods. I assume it's get lost for Archfiend. Or it could be Helix for Deep Cavern Bat, maybe. Now Duress is guaranteed to hit something good. Land, maybe? Here. Sometimes you also have to ride like one creature to match up like this to victory. That's a good land to hit. Nowhere. There. Cut down. Obviously, I could see if they wanted to block, but I don't know if I'd ever trust that. Another land in hand. Let's see if they hit lands. Okay. All right. Well, I'm hitting them now, which is just good. I wish I could find that Lily in our deck. Super good for us, obviously. We can put a land down. Activate Corey now? I mean... Here. I have 5 mana, so I can pay around this. Here. I'll bet. Here. Well, now temporary lockdown would be devastating because it also gets my demon. But land, eco. Okay, they do have another get lost. What's the answer here, though? Or go away. Gotta be the annex, right? Yeah. Land. Here. Flashes are pretty hard for them to deal with, so I'm gonna keep it. I guess I can just spread the love. So Lightning Helix. I guess Lightning Helix still hits. Whatever. Maybe a Burst Lightning or something happens. You can get around. Going to sacrifice a non-token creature of their choice. Eco's gone. Here's a good tenor. Sunfall is technically a card they could rip, so I'm actually going to activate Soulstone on instep just in case. Could rip a lot. Even a tip lockdown works here, which is crazy. Sunfall is a one of, and we all know how that works. Like guaranteed. Oh yeah, activate that. Awesome. Sick. Do we get this game? We fail. Anoint so they don't gain life. No, I don't know if it necessarily matters. Here. 10. Yeah, they would have lived at 11. Or 1, because they would have gone to 11. So cool. We get that against control, and I think that puts us at plat 3. Yeah, I mean 6 games. I'll stop the timer now. Don't mess up the button. Oh yeah. So yeah, I mean that's gonna do it. I guess I could just go talk about the deck and what deck we're kind of using for this right now. All right, so here we are. This is the deck of choice right now. I will say, obviously on kind of that speed run. It's not really a speed run, for example. It's more of like timing how long it takes us to actually get there. But as you can see, playing mono black just to get through one rank took roughly 30 minutes, and that's quite a big commitment. And that's with us going 6-0, right? Like we won every match to get there, and 2 of them were pretty fortunate. But that just happens. Like honestly, the speed run's almost impossible to do because you have to win a lot of games, but you also have to dodge the fact of what I want to say. You kind of have to dodge the control games, right? Because they're just going to get drug out and they're going to go farther and farther and farther and farther. And you're just like, dude, please go away. But yeah, so this is our thing, grind to Mythic. I think I want to try to hit it before our set comes out on Arena, which is next week on Tuesday. I think it comes out, and today's Monday of the week before. So yeah, it's definitely filming on Tuesday because it's late in the night. It's 1:30. But yeah, so I don't know how exactly I'm going to do this for the remainder of the videos, if I'm going to try to record a big chunk of it and maybe take the best games. But let's just put it in theory, right? So if I did 30 minutes of this, if I somehow were to win the next 6, 12, 18 games in a row, we're still looking at like an hour and a half, right? So of that just one video. So most likely that's not going to happen either, right? We're going to have some setbacks and we're going to go forward and backwards a lot. But mainly a lot of the good decks is going to be used for this. Like, we're going to play Corey Steele, we're going to play this, we're going to play Omniscience. We're just going to try to play the decks and see how fast we can kind of get there. Because I've always just wanted to just kind of blitz the Mythic and then just play the season in there. Especially with the new cards coming out. I think it's almost more fun in Mythic. Because then I don't have to, like, really stress about my rank or losing rank because I want to try out a card, right? Because nothing's worse, especially, like, as you can tell, 30 minutes to get to this thing. Nothing's worse than feeling like I'm losing it just because I'm trying to make content, you know? And, woohoo, you know, well, it's me, I guess. But at the end of the day, I hope y'all enjoyed. I know I was talking about the deck, but this is just the version I'm on. I'll talk about it more in the intro, obviously. But those are my thoughts. If anybody has any advice, I am using the kind of speed running timer right now that people use. I was going to have the splits, but I think I need to be a bit more, like, into it, and then maybe do, like, speed run from plat to diamond, and then diamond to mythic kind of thing, even though it's not necessarily a speed run, right? So, yeah. And the other thing is, hopefully, you know, the clickbait's not going to be that bad, because I'm not going to try to clickbait it bad, but I don't know how to call it anything other than what it is, which is we're trying to speed run to mythic, right? So, but I'm not going to have a 7-hour, 8-hour video and edit that down. I just don't have the time, and I do all the editing myself. Like, I just told you I'm recording at 1:30 in the morning just because that's the time frame I have. So if anybody has any advice or maybe any ideas, please let me know. I'd be glad to listen to you. Let me know in the comments or DM me on Twitter. I don't really care. Where you want to have the conversation, we can have it wherever. Prefer, you know, YouTube, because yeah, it's good for the video. I'm trolling, but either way, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.